What's happening? Once again, it's Ironman from the music group theLottory. Showtime Records. I am a lifelong Laker. You see the banner. And what we do here is we give you that daily view of everything that's going on inside the NBA. Right now, we're going to get into these Toronto Raptors. Why are we talking about them? Because they look like they just played in a preview of the Eastern Conference Finals. They were hosting the Boston Celtics, who made it to Eastern Conference Finals last year. And because Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward were hurt, lost for the season, everyone is just pinning them in as the team to beat coming out of the East. You know, I would be moved to agree with that, but it's not going to happen tonight. It's not going to happen tomorrow, next week, or the week after that. It's going to take some time. Kyrie Irving's had like 2 surgeries on his knees recently. It's a problem, okay? Missed like the last third of the season and the playoffs, the entirety of the playoffs. Then this guy, Gordon Hayward, he had what used to be a career-ending injury onto his lower leg extremity. You know, he just started playing about a month ago. It's going to take some time. Not only that, everybody was starting to get confident, getting into a rhythm and feeling themselves. Those guys who would normally have been on the bench and getting limited minutes in a reserve role, they were starting for most of the end of the season throughout the playoffs. People have come into their own, talking about Jayson Tatum. It's a huge problem. Now they're playing different positions. Even though we're talking about positionless basketball, you still got to match up against somebody else. You know, where you start out on the floor and your responsibilities on the floor. So it's going to take some time for them to massage and work that into a team that's going to come out of the East. Why? Because no one's talking about the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors, before I get into how they look, if you're enjoying what I'm doing, and I hope that you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. I appreciate your support. I truly do. But before I get into this game, that's just like we've done with every other team, the video that I've done, we're going to go into the ideas, the concepts, or the hurdles that each team is going to have to face during the season, what we're going to be going in depth into. Now, for the Toronto Raptors, they got rid of their one guy who actually enjoyed playing in Toronto, or superstar for that matter, DeMar DeRozan. They traded for Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard hadn't played in about a year because of his quad, whether people was injured, whether it was not. He just didn't want to play for the Spurs anymore. We're not getting into that. But he got traded over there, and everyone's like, oh no, he wanted to go to the Lakers or the Clippers. Who knows how he would mesh? And then, Kyle Lowry, this guy's all mad because his BFF, DeMar DeRozan, got traded. And he's like, oh man, and now that LeBron James is gone, it's like, this is our opportunity to shine. Why would you do that, management? Management feels they did the right thing, and I also agree. But here we go. It was going to take some time. I mean, the reason why people don't want to go to Toronto, why they can't get major stars to stay there or to go there, because no one's talking about them. No matter how good they are, no one's talking about them. Even last year, they won like 59, 60 games and the best record in the East. Nobody was talking about the Raptors. Nobody was even hinting at the idea that they would come out of the East. They're like, man, they had a really good season. Too bad they're going to get put out in the playoffs. And most likely by the LeBron James-led Cleveland Cavaliers. That's why he wanted to go to Los Angeles. That's why he wanted to get out of the Spurs camp, especially dealing with Greg Popovich. I'm not even going to get into him, but he definitely wanted to get to a larger market. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care if it's your uncle, your brother, and whoever is your manager, your confidant who's giving you advice. Getting to the larger market where you can make more money and be better recognized for your contributions to the game. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone should be trying to get their client or whoever they're giving advice to the same advice, because it's stout, solid, and reasonable to any human being who strives for greatness. And I know that Kawhi Leonard is that type of guy. So that's the problem. As good as their team is now, and believe me, they are damn good. They are damn, they are damn good right now. They are damn good. But nobody's talking about them. Nobody is talking about. Everyone's already given them the Eastern Conference crown to the Boston Celtics. Okay, but no one is talking about the Toronto Raptors. That's why he didn't want to go there. That's why he wants to go to a larger market. But man, it was a coup for the Toronto franchise to get Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green. He is an unsung hero. This guy has made himself into a way above average NBA player. This guy is a way above average. He's a champion. He's a champion, for God's sake. His defense is very stout. His three-point shooting is deadly. Okay? His team play, his basketball IQ is off the charts. Nobody's talking about that. And it also gives Kawhi Leonard some comfort, but from playing with somebody he's already played with and he can depend on. He likes Danny Green. Danny Green likes him. He don't mind going over there because they know they got a great shot to make it back to the finals. Then you move OG Anunoby, who was a starting small forward, who was up against overmatched against LeBron James in the playoffs last season. That moves him to the bench, and he was starting to come on. He's only getting better. And that way there's less pressure on him. Now because Kawhi started, he's not expected to do anything fantastic. And like I said in my videos before, when they played the Raptors, when they played the Cavaliers, I said in the video, man, Dwayne Casey, God love him, should have been fired because he was doing a horrendous job. It was time for him to move on to somewhere else. Man, he should have been starting Serge Ibaka from the get-go. Valanciunas needs to go to the bench so he can dominate off the bench. It's just a better matchup, a better flow for everybody on the team. Now, they got Nick Nurse, who actually implemented that new offense that Dwayne Casey utilized last year to get them to like 50, 59, 60 wins. I think it's a franchise high, for them. But he was the one who implemented the offense. So they said, hey, man, let's just bump you up to the head coach. They said, let's do that. He's made some great moves, the same moves that I would have made. I don't have any problems with any moves that he has made. They have all worked out perfectly. It makes me feel good that I was studying the game and I got something right. I'm not always right, but I'm not always wrong either. And I was feeling pretty good about these ideas. Start Serge Ibaka. Put Valanciunas on the bench. You got OG Anunoby and you got that... Man, trade DeMar DeRozan because he can only get you so high. He's a great player too, but just not great enough to move them past that hump. That's why they've been struggling in the playoffs every year. They even got the city and renamed after an opposing player, LeBronto. I mean, hey man, when people start doing that, it's a problem. A change has got to be made, and a change was made. It was swift, and it was the right move if there ever was such a thing. This was a fantastic game. Kawhi Leonard, he didn't shoot great. I think he shot like 40%, but he was stout on defense. He was making plays, getting assists. I think he got a block or a steal or so. His defense was tremendous. He played in the post, got everyone else easier shots, and he was there to be leaned upon. He said, I'm the go-to guy. Whenever they were having trouble, they went to him, and he came through for them, just like he's been through, coming through for the Spurs. Go, Spurs, go. I wish they continued going because I'm really sick of them guys being Los Angeles Lakers, but that's another story. But he was fantastic for them. Now, Kyrie Irving, he was pretty good. He was pretty good. He was solid. I'm not expecting anything spectacular. Gordon Hayward, he was a little bit better. They were both pretty good. And limited minutes, no problem with that. Terry Rozier was moved to the bench. He struggled a little bit. Everybody off the bench pretty much struggled, except Marcus Morris. He shot fairly well. But man, Markieff Morris. But they're I'm pretty sure, I think it's Markieff. But man, No, it's Marcus. It is Marcus. Marcus is with the Celtics, and Markieff is with the Wizards. But no, his shooting was pretty good coming off the bench. Everybody else, they were not good coming off the bench. It was bad Really, really bad. Really, really bad. And they're going to have to do something about that. Those guys are going to have to step up coming off the bench. Greg Monroe didn't even play, but that's another story. Even though I guess he re-signed with them. So I guess he signed up for that. But the starters playing in different roles, getting readjusted to playing not with Terry Rozier, but with Kyrie Irving, who was a different kind of player. Man, it took some adjusting, and everybody's been crowning this guy Jayson Tatum as the next Kobe Bryant just because he went. Come on, man, pump, just pump your brakes just a little bit. Even the great Kobe Bryant struggled his first couple years. He didn't really struggle, but he didn't take off like a rocket. His first like a rocket, like a Houston rocket. But he didn't take off. He didn't go for the skyscrapers. His first year. I think he came off the bench his first 2 years. So give this guy some time to adjust, and don't anoint him and give him the crown just yet. He shot like 6 of 16, which is a horrible percentage. Jaylen Brown was struggling. Everybody like in the starting lineup was struggling, except for Al Horford. This guy right here, they played a pretty good game. And it was exactly what I expected, because those guys are minute restrictions. I'm talking about Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, and everybody's getting acquainted with everybody else and getting used to what everybody likes to do, what position to be in. So I don't expect them to be clicking on all gears. While on the other hand, the Toronto Raptors were like a well-oiled machine. Later on during the season, the only issues that they could have are injuries. As long as Kawhi Leonard doesn't get hurt again. Kyle Lowry likes to get hurt later on during the season. Serge Ibaka's been injured plenty of times. Everybody stays healthy. They are good to go. As long as Valanciunas doesn't cry about going to the bench. OG Anunoby doesn't start a ruckus going to the bench. As long as Kyle Lowry, who is the BFF of DeMar DeRozan, doesn't have a fit that is now Kawhi Leonard's team, and he just got there. They are going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they might just take it off. They might not take it off, but at least make it to the finals. They might make it to the finals, because it's going to take a while, especially for Gordon Hayward to really. He looked pretty smooth tonight, but man, his conditioning and everything and his timing isn't really just there yet. And their defense, they need to work on that. Him and Kyrie need to work on their defense. Their defense has gone down as a team, because those guys aren't great defensive players. They're not bad, but they're just not great either. And Terry Rozier and the rest of them boys, they were playing some pretty stout defense. But it was a fantastic game. You definitely should have checked it out. Kawhi Leonard proved. I just want to let y'all know that, man, y'all better hope that for some reason Kawhi Leonard does not sign with the Lakers next year. Y'all better hope he stays with Toronto, because, man, it is a wrap. It is a wrap. If Kevin Durant leaves and goes to the Lakers, oh man. But especially if Kawhi Leonard is on the upswing, and he is awesome. I'm not even playing no games. He is just solid and just awesome. He's solid and awesome. I know it's two kind of different things, but he's really solid. But man, he's this solid. He's solid here, right at the mountaintops. That's where he's solid at. He is just solid all the way around, and just excels at pretty much every facet of the game. But here's a little tidbit. Those have been my views of the day of this wonderful game that y'all should not have missed. But here's a little tidbit that you might not know. That guy, that consummate professional, that every year he's likely to be an all-star reserve, Al Horford for the Boston Celtics. I believe he was 1 assist away from a triple-double. Quietly. I think he led the team in assists. Wow. No. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. Appreciate your support, I truly do. I'll holla.